what's up? Crazy NFL trade just happened. Deandre Hopkins got sent to the Cardinals for David Johnson. Very odd. The trade overall is the Cardinals receive DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th-round pick. I think it's like 2021, but whatever. And the Texans receive David Johnson, a 4th-round pick, and a 2nd-round pick. I'm just going to talk about the reaction, thoughts. I'm very surprised. I don't know why the Texans would give up on Hopkins at all like that. I think he's kind of one of the best in the league, top 5 receiver for sure. And you're getting David Johnson, who's very injury prone, very iffy running back. I don't know why Houston does this. Houston fans have a reason to be very mad at Bill O'Brien for making this trade. They're trading for an injury-prone running back when your running back is Lamar Miller. So it's not even that big of an upgrade. Like Lamar Miller, he's all right, but still, it would have been better for DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know why Texans does this. Will Fuller, fantasy-wise, if he's healthy, his stock goes up a ton. Lamar Miller's stock is in the ground, literally 0 probably. David Johnson's probably goes up, but who knows if he's going to do anything. This is very bad for Deshaun Watson also, honestly. He's going to get sacked even more. In Houston, he gets sacked enough. I think he had the most sacks as a quarterback, most times getting sacked last season. And now he doesn't have a receiver just to chuck it deep to, like DeAndre Hopkins does. This trade is a huge L for Houston. I don't know why they even want to do this. It's not like if contract was a thing, if it was that big of a deal for contract, it's like he's still one of the best in the league. You got to keep him on your team. What? I don't know. But the Cardinals side, the Cardinals, they fleeced the Texans. They only give up a 2nd-round pick, basically, and David Johnson, who wasn't even starting for them. They have Kenyon Drake at running back, who's very good already. He had a great second half of the season last year after he left Miami and all that stuff. Kyler Murray, young quarterback, now has a good, pure talented receiver. They have Christian Kirk, also good young speedster receiver that can play the 2 or the slot. Larry Fitzgerald can help mentor DeAndre Hopkins, whatever Hopkins needs mentoring now still. But that offense is looking very good. If they can pick up some of the line, get a decent draft some defensive players, upgrade the defense in free agency, so on and so forth, they could maybe make the playoffs. Yeah, they're probably in one of the hardest divisions in the league with San Fran, Seattle, and and the Rams. Some of the best teams in the league. And now the Cardinals are going to be contending for the playoff spot, which is very, very odd. They haven't been contending up there for a couple years, probably about 5 or 6 years was the last time they made the playoffs. But it's a good trade for them. It's still going to be hard to make the playoffs when you have to go against the 49ers twice, because they should be closer up there for locks for the playoffs. Seattle's still a good team, and the Rams, they had a bad season last year, but they're still a good team, on paper. So now the Cardinals, they're up there threatening. They may just get screwed based off of the division being too good, but who knows? With the 7 teams now making it to the playoffs per conference, because that's what the CFB said, I think there's a chance that all 4 teams in the division can make the playoffs. I think because you have 4 teams winning the division and then 3 wildcard teams, and there's only 4 teams per division, so you have the divisional winner, wildcard 1, wildcard 2, wildcard 3. There's a chance, I guess, that all 4 teams can make the playoffs. I don't know if that's how it's going to work, or I don't know, but if that does, that will help the Cardinals out substantially, because it looks like they're in win-now mode after seeing Kyler Murray's Rookie of the Year season last year. He did play good. They just need him to take the next step and hopefully play somewhat just a downgraded Lamar Jackson type beat next season. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Texans, if I'm giving it a grade, I'll say like C minus to D plus. I feel like big companies like Bleacher Report, NFL are gonna rate it probably a little lower, like D or D minus. But I still feel like if David Johnson can bounce back to what he did before, it could be a decent trade for Houston. I don't feel like they can win this trade at all unless Hopkins gets injured, and we're not wishing for injuries out here. But I don't think there's a way Houston can solely win this trade. It may be a win-win trade, but there's no way Houston wins and Cardinals lose as long as Hopkins is healthy. The second round pick, that can be really anything. There's so many players that get drafted in the second round that are booms, that are busts, whatever. But yeah, D plus, C minus. I'm leaning more towards the D plus range for their grade. And for the Cardinals, I'm gonna say A minus, A. Probably an A. I wouldn't want to give it an A plus because I don't know. I just don't feel like it's worthy of an A plus, but the big companies would give it an A plus probably. I mean, you're getting a top 5 receiver in the league, and he can do everything for you basically. So, yeah, that was a terrible trade for Houston. Great trade for Arizona. Arizona, best of luck for this next season. Hopefully they can make the playoffs, honestly. That would be kind of cool. Seeing Kyler Murray lead the team. Maybe Larry Fitzgerald makes one last run, makes the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl. I don't know. That's probably not going to happen. But whatever. Comment down below your thoughts on the trade. And that's pretty much it for me. I am out, everybody. Peace.